morning, good afternoon, good evening, hello to all of you who have catching me live today here on the Fiberific live craft and chat. And if you are watching the replay, hi to you as well. We've got lots of people in the chat this morning. I've been watching the chat go a little crazy as I was doing my final checks and setups and things like that. Realized that the air conditioner was blowing so hard it was messing my hair up. So I have dropped it down to low. It's a bit muggy in here. So if the sound is too annoying, let me know. I'll flick it off. So hello chat. I can actually hear you through my speakers today. Big screen, big speakers. Oh, die wench, why do you do this? Oh, let me just have a quick squiz through here. So mods today, we've got Spanner Chick. We've got, I thought I saw someone else. I see Sally. Sally, there you are. We've got Sally and Spanner Chick as our mods today. So be kind, be nice. And they are the only ones who can share links. So don't fret if you can't seem to share your links. It's because nobody can except for them. So good morning and hello to everybody who is joining in. Oh, now that I'm not there, you turn it down. Well, there was a button and I didn't know I could press it, Kim, and now there's a low button. I thought there was just auto. This is not like the air conditioner in my house. So yeah, good morning, Chintamani. Be nice or be whacked. Yes, that's right. Kim is very much looking forward to an excuse to ban someone. She's really keen. She's really keen. I don't think I've changed any settings here, but I did have a little problem when I was coming in to watch the stream. So let me know if you're having any problems. What's going on there? There we go. Air conditioning is the bane of my existence today. Oh no, I'm sorry. Sally says, I'll try my best to share links today. Awesome. Kim has new buttons she wants to test out. I don't know if she's got new buttons she wants to test out, but she definitely really wants to smack some people with the band hammer. Good morning. Oh, hello, Ruth. I keep saying good morning. It's 10 o'clock for me, guys. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here in Brisbane, in Australia. And yeah, I've had a couple of cups of coffee, so I'm a bit like, whoa. I don't really have a discussion point today. I'm sorry. I tried to think of something, but really, I just want to crochet on my queen because I haven't had much chance and you guys are the excuse. I mean, that's the truth of it. That's the truth of it today. I'm so sorry. If you've got any questions or if you've got a suggestion that I you know, for me to talk about, chuck it here in the chat. We've got like 30 people here watching, so pop in where you are as well. Like, I'm assuming we've got lots of Australians, but I mean, there's names here that are saying good evening, so that's not Australia. So toss in your location, that would be really great. Where is your crown to work on the blanket? It's right here, Freaky. It's right here, but I haven't started working on it yet. So, you know, I can't put it on until I'm working on it. But I think I caught it on something and it's just a little... Tell you what else I caught. When I was setting up the live stream today, I caught my internet connection on the window and I'm like really hoping it stays connected and doesn't pull out. So we'll see. We'll see. Jen Deal is in North Carolina. Lego Bob's on the Gold Coast. Kim says, Spanner Chick suggested an unpopular opinions discussion. I love unpopular opinions discussions, honestly. I didn't break the crown. I've tapped it back in. It's fine. Ruth Young has already thumbed up. Thank you, Ruth. You're a champion. If you are here in the chat and you like what we do here at Fiberific, hit that thumbs up. I realized last night someone's been running around thumbs downing all my videos and it's made me very sad. I mean, it shouldn't matter. Really, it shouldn't. But I got like a notice that my thumbs downs were up by 200%. So I was just like, what? I mean, that's 12 thumbs downs, by the way. But yeah, someone's been thumbs downing my videos. Some people don't like that my first queen video. I think that they thought that this was a tutorial for it, but it's not. Where are we? Oh, Chintamani is on the Gold Coast. Land of plague and pestilence. So you're in Melbourne. Sue Ellen says, good morning. As soon as I log into the chat, people want me to attend meetings. I have to tell them I'm working on something very important. As you can tell, I'm at work. Oh, Sue Ellen. I hope that, you know, that doesn't get you into any, you know, trouble. But that's pretty cool, I have to say. It's pretty cool. South Florida for Gabby Rodriguez. Love the color of my crown. Thank you. Spanish Chick made my crown for me on her Cricut. I said it right. See, Cricut. Because I say cry cut just to upset people. But Kim made it for me. It's beautiful. Christina O is in Minnesota. Where are we? Bob Curran's in Queensland. Sally's from Radelaide. Kelly says she blocks this out as a meeting. Oh my gosh. You guys are hilarious. Vicky's in Gladstone. Hey, Vicky. Freaky's working on a summer shawl that's more on the heavy side for the fall. Okay. Spanish Chick says I have metallic cardstock. Is that your way of saying that you... See, what it is Kim and some of the other regular Zoomers want me to bling my crown. They want me to put little gems and things on it. But I love it like this. I think it's beautiful and delicate and just gorgeous. It doesn't need anything. It's beautiful how it is. Lindsay says, hi, I only slightly lost track of the time. In Australia, we've just had a couple of our states start up their daylight savings in the last couple of weeks. And so we've had a few people mixing up the times. Darwin says, Kim is the only person I know who has a cry cut and calls it a Cricut. Weirdo. She's not. I met other people who do it. It's so odd. It's so odd. Spanner says, I'm on version 3 of a shawl I'm testing. But that's a self-imposed versions. Leanne's in the slightly light, showery rain of Pimpama. Oh, Leanne, I'm so jealous. We've got all these gloomy clouds, and that's why I thought I wasn't going to need the air conditioner today, because there's so much cloud cover, but there's no rain yet. It's just getting muggy and hotter. Oh, The Game Widow says, for those who are interested, the kiddo is practicing feeding yarn into her spinning wheel. Is it drawing in is the question. Is it like, is she able to like just sort of let it go and it takes it up without it like ripping it out of her hands or sort of having to force feed it? Stacey says she's not got any rain yet. Oh, Stacey, we need it desperately, don't we? Jen is on repeat 2 of part 1 of the Queen. I am on repeat 3 of part 1 of the Queen. But I have joined a new colour. Woo! So happy. So happy. So happy. Darwin says it's so muggy here. Yesterday I watched as the rain front split in 2 and went around either side of us. We didn't get any yesterday either. Knitspin Girls, welcome to the chat. Northern New South Wales, gloomy clouds but no rain. Guys, for those of you not in Australia, we talk about rain a lot in Australia. We are, other than like the very edges of the country, we're a very dry country, and so water is a big issue. And I'm in the city on town water, and I'm still like looking at the dam levels and like, oh gosh, we really desperately need some rain, or we're going to be on water restrictions soon. And I'll tell you right now, as a dyer of yarn, water restrictions are not my friend. Honestly, they are not my friend. When the government tells us that we can only use 120 litres of water per person per day, that sounds a lot. It really does, but it is not. So we really hope we don't get water restrictions. Game Widows is about to warp up for a new card weaving experiment. Your experiments have been amazing. Spanish Chick says, looking at the dead lawn. Me too. Me too. Leslie Grant says it's raining in Stanthorpe. Yes, that's awesome. Ruth says that we got rain a little while ago. Oh, that's awesome, Ruth. That's awesome. Yeah, so we are probably slightly obsessed with rain, but I mean, we're humans and we're basically skin sacks filled with water, and so, you know, water's pretty well important to us all, right? Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to go with. Darwin says, I have no lawn, just dust. We're starting to get dust. And you know my beautiful green section up the back? That's gone brown now. Lawn? What? Not lawn. We've got chicken dust. Do you know what? I'll have to take a photo of it next time they do it. But we've got a very old concrete driveway that's like breaking up. I noticed the other day that the chickens are now dust bathing in one of the driveway potholes. And because I've come out and I'm like, what are you doing? And I realized they've gotten to the dirt under where the concrete was, and now that's just like a big bath for them. I'm just like, oh no. Holly says, I totally get the water thing. California is super dry. Absolutely it is. Yes, you guys. Well, isn't you've got some serious deserts around the inner areas of California, is that right? I mean, I could be wrong. Freaky Geek says, that reminds me of a Star Trek episode, Sacks of Mostly Water. Yes, it's where I got it from. Spin Girl says, I hate watching a non-Australian show on TV where they leave the tap running and I'm like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. The first thing we teach our kids when you're teaching your kids to brush their teeth is to wet their toothbrush and turn the tap off, brush their teeth, then turn the tap back on to rinse everything and get your water. Yeah, you do have the deserts, yes. Oh gosh. So, hi. I love reading the chat. This is the problem. I want to just be in the chat and have someone else do all the talking because I want to read the chat. So I'm powered by my T2T. I have a new mug, you guys. It's the same pattern on a different shape. If you like my mugs, you could go and jump over onto the Fiberific.redbubble.com and get your own Fiberific merch, mug, bags over there. All sorts of cool things. Are you distracted? I am. I got about 11 billion things I need to get done today because I was a bit slack and sort of had a half day through the week and it really just, I lost my mojo. So I've really got to be all like, Kim's not in the building. Kim is at her house. I'm assuming she's at her house. She's not at my house. That's all I can tell you. Ruth is on to part 2 of the Octagonal by Helen Shrimpton. Oh, Lego Bob says I have washing out. I've got washing in the machine, but I'm probably going to end up having to put it in the dryer, not on the clothesline. Yeah, Vicky, that's exactly right. We grew up with that as well when we were on tank water. I'm not going to read it out, but yeah, absolutely. That was one of the advantages of moving to town water. So we didn't have to deal with it anymore because I don't enjoy that. That's not my favorite. Redbubble Spanish Chick popped in a link. Thank you. Chris Elrod, welcome from I'm gonna say it wrong because I'm Australian. Oh, Arkansas, because it looks like Arkansas, but it's wrong, isn't it? It's Arkansas. I don't know. Can somebody tell me? I recommend the tall mug. I like the tall mug, but I didn't have these ones, so I thought I'd give them a try. So I got this with this is the Hedge of Ninja print, but there's also one with just the ninjas in like in formation. It's Arkansas. Oh, sorry. Oh, you guys reckon me. I'm wrecked. Arkansas. Oh no, you're both saying different things. Oh, which one's right? I don't know. I just drink my tea. Okay. I accidentally hit the mouse with my hand when I put my teacup down, so I suppose it's queen time. Get my hat on. Get my queen hat on. Oh, there we go. It is Arkansas. All right. You're a terrible person, John O'Brien. You're a terrible person. Right. Where am I up to? I'm not up to purple. I'll move the purple out of the way. I'm still getting through the yarn bath here. That is the current. Oh gosh, I forgot to set up this camera. Hang on 1 second while I set this camera up. It's gone Blurrsville. All right, come here, you. There we go. Let me configure the video so it doesn't do annoying things. Turn off the autofocus because that is so annoying. All right. Then I want to get the focus right. There we go. Apply. Okay. Okay. How's that? Is that better? Hopefully it won't do the evil thing of doom. Sorry, totally forgot about that. Don't let them make fun. Jen, I don't, because I don't know what's right. That's the problem. I don't know what's right. And I should have known John was, because John's a troublemaker. Chris, thank you. Arkansas. Chris lives there. I'm going with what Chris says. So, yeah. In your face, John. Oh, thank you, Chris. This is the Queen cowl. I've got it. Actually, before I get hook on the next color, I should probably just unfold it. Here we go. So this is where we're up to. We've done this. I'm using Brava worsted, so my blanket's going to be bigger because it's worsted rather than DK. So I've got slipper, something slipper. I don't know. I should probably find out what they're called. But it's like a purple, a soft pink. The colors are insane on one screen and dull on another. I have no idea which ones are right. Let me look at my phone. I mean, yeah, they're a bit. It's been a bit over vibranted. And yeah, so but we're going into the browns now. I hated working on this brown. I found it so hard to just keep going. Right? Something slipper. What is it? I can't remember. Slipper. Hang on. I've got it written in my list. It is Lady Slipper. All right, Kim? Lady Slipper. I was thinking Lady Slipper, but it doesn't sound right. It sounds lame. But anyway, sorry, Nitpicks Brava, that I called your color names lame, but Lady Slipper is a pretty lame name for a soft purple, honestly. Has it grown much in the past 2 weeks? Look, really, the answer is no. I wish I could say yes, Freaky. It took me a really long time just to get through this brown section here. These colors aren't showing true. Oh wait, on my phone they're showing a lot better. But anyway, this is sort of like a pinky brown, if that makes sense, like an orangey pinky brown, and this is more like your boring bleh brown. Like that's what they should call it, bleh. But I think they call it persimmon. And now I'm onto currant. And I like currant. Currant's great. Lady slipper is a type of shellfish. Do you have lady slippers in Aussie land? If we do, I don't know about them and we might call them something else. And I'm assuming the shellfish is a purpley colour, because if it's not, that's weird. So I'm just joining on my colour here. Oh, what have I done? I monged it up. All right, come on, you. Concentrate. I drank too much coffee this morning and my hands are just a little on the shaking side. They're not being good crocheter hands. Could not be a surgeon today. Freaky Geek said in Canada, lady slipper is a plant. Lady slipper is a Minnesota state flower. Gosh. Kim says that Caitlin is missing the chat today, but she posted a knitted Dalek in the fun zone. I saw that. That's awesome. And yeah, Sally, I agree with Kathy that is horrible. I can't believe you're still waiting on that yarn. Now I just have to make sure that this chart's out of shot and I can still read it, because this is the deal. This is the deal I made with Tinna, was that I can work on my blanket during live streams as long as I don't show the chart, or you know, say exactly the stitch that I'm doing so people can follow along with my video, because we should be following along with her videos. I mean, that's exactly right, Freaky. That could totally be it. So this week I've been sucked into the land of the Bones TV series and also Grantchester. You couldn't, like, they're both murder shows, but that's as far as they go, being similar, honestly. Mel says that Lady Slipper is a purple orchid. Well, I mean, that makes a bit of sense. But new glasses for, hang on a second, what, did I miss something? But new glasses for extended reading? Yeah, I got my glasses on. I mean, are they still new? I mean, I've had them for a few weeks now. Are they still considered new? Hang on, I just need to check. All right, this is a nice easy row to be working on during a live stream, which is great. Oh yeah, the glasses should help me see the chart. Absolutely, and they do, because the chart's like it's over, and I'm still like, hang on, I'll move my finger at the same speed. All right, chart's here. So it's a fair, you know, it's not super close. But I'll tell you what these glasses don't help with, and that's me looking at my hands, because they're designed to look 80 centimeters away, not 20. So, you know, whoops. Oops. I have got Lady Slip. Oh, Kim's gone through and found the photo of all the colors that I'm going to be working on my blanket. So Lady Slipper, Rouge, Blush, Coral, Persimmon. No, we're missing something. Oh, sorry, I missed it. Coral, Seashell, Persimmon, and now onto Currant. But then we've got Red, Paprika, Orange, Canary, and Caution left. Caution. I agree with you. It's another dodge name, but it's like that, you know, bright orangey yellow, like, whoa, watch out, you know, danger, warning, Will Robinson, warning. And I think that's where they got it from. These are not bifocals. Bifocals couldn't do what I needed them to do. So I've got these things called extended readers, because my desk is very deep. Like my hand is easily another 20 centimeters away, from the screen. And I was struggling to see my workspace while I was, you know, while I was working. And so I needed something that I could sit here and read all of that, no problems. But because these are an extended reader, focus point starts about here and goes to the 80 centimeters. It doesn't start close up. Like, I've got another pair for close up work. But they're no good for live streaming because I can't read the chat. Question, when do you change colors in the part 1 of the Queen? So I'm following the color change instructions of the Tequila Sunrise. So I went through and I had a look, and I picked the Knit Picks Brava and tried to match the colors. Maybe not quite match, but colors that worked as a Tequila Sunrise kind of thing. And I'm using that chart, that packs rules, if that makes sense. It's okay if you can't read the chat. I can read. It's okay if you can't read the chat, because because Kim's not naughty in the chat ever. Never. Top up the tea. I'm trying to top my tea up when it gets to like halfway with the hot, so that I don't burn my throat, which is another thing that's causing me to lose my voice a little. So we're doing a bit of a test today, guys, to work out if my voice can last all the way through a 2-hour live stream, because I'm on some asthma medication that is what's causing my voice loss. And so my doctor's like, well, here's some solutions, but, you know, you can't go off the medication. So going off the medication would like really solve the voice loss problem, but I wouldn't be able to breathe. John says, okay, I have to get my laptop, typing on an iPad blows. I agree with you, John. Absolutely, go and get your laptop. But yes, Ruth, so if you've got the pattern, if you're on Ravelry, go to Ravelry where all the downloads are and look in the information files. So you know how you've got chart 1, chart 2, but at the start there are all those info files. I'm just going to see if they've got the names written on any of the pages. So I got the Queen Cal Traditional Queen with all the instructions on how to change colors, and getting the and there's little graphs with like row number such and such, change color there. So that's what I'm doing, and I've just moved my thing and now I can't see what row I'm up to. Okay, Bob, I'm working on my queen. What are you working on? It would be a permanent voice loss solution. Yeah, that's right. And I'm not a fan of it. I think that's a pretty dodge solution. So I take the medication, I keep breathing, but I may have to start pulling the live streams back to the old 90 minutes. But I really enjoy hanging out with you guys for 2 hours. So I'm going to keep trying. I've got some more stuff coming in the mail that should help as well. So, but we'll see. Kirby, it's been ages since we've seen you. You're only a little bit late. You're not even a lot late. You're just a little bit late. So it's good to see you. It's been ages since you've made it to a live. So don't forget, you guys, to hit those thumbs ups if you like the thumbs ups, like if you like it. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down and then get really angry and hit it a second time. Darwin says, my chart said to follow the tequila sunrise chart for the blues, but there are more colors in the sunrise than there are in the Oceano, so I'm just winging it. Really? That is weird. That is weird. Lisa is working on her MCAL. Is that machine knit or mystery? See, MCAL to me is machine knit along. But it could be mystery cal. I don't know. Now I don't know. Lisa, you'll have to let me know. Good morning, Leonie. Welcome to the chat. So unpopular opinions. You guys, what are some unpopular opinions on different yarns or yarn craft things that you know of? It's mystery. Thank you, Lisa. Unpopular opinions. Trifle is an unpopular. Is my trifle opinion an unpopular opinion? Or is it just trifle in general? Some people just really don't like trifle. I know that. I'm like, that's fine. Give me yours. You get none. Ruth says, okay, I should have changed colors 11 rows back. Oh, no. John O'Brien says, unpopular opinion, I heart red heart. So you love red heart. See, I haven't used it recently, and I've been hearing that there's a change, but didn't they originally made it to feel like scratchy wool? And yeah, now I'm just like, what? Darwin says that weaving in ends isn't fun. So are you saying you like to weave in ends, or that you don't like to weave in ends? Because weaving in ends isn't fun is the popular opinion. Oh, yeah, there you go. Kim's in on there. It softens when you wash it. But John, I've washed a blanket that I made out of it over the last 5 years, and it's no softer. It's just as scratchy. Now, admittedly, I used all sort of darker colors, and I know that when you dye darker colors, it does change the texture a little. But again, I'm saying this was some years ago now, so it may have changed. Chintamani says spindle spinning is better than the wheel. Now, I actually agree with you there, but I think my reasons might be different. For me, spindle spinning is all about personal craft. I don't sell spindles much. I'm bringing in some, just the Margicraft ones, but I don't sell spindles, and I don't sell my hand spun. So when I spindle spin, I know I'm getting to just sit back and chillax. Whereas when I'm wheel spinning, I'm still spinning for me, but for some reason my brain puts it in a different basket. Bub is working on her Osmantha shawl. Is that the pink silk, Bub? Because that's going to be amazing. Spanish says the problem is that it's not soft when you work it up. Why put your hands through that? Yep. See, I think John was right. It was an unpopular opinion. There you go. John has it down. Oh, Darwin, someone had to go there. Crocheting for 60 years and not blocking anything. I'd like to know why it's always 60 years. Because every single time I've seen someone write that comment, that's exactly how they write it. I've crocheted for 60 years and never blocked a thing. Is it something that people who learnt 60 years ago were told not to do? I don't know. Do they not wash it? Anyway, yes, that is an unpopular opinion in my book, but some people agree. Gosh, where are we? Oh, Deb, you're a troublemaker. That 2 times 4 ply make 8 ply. That is, I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or just crap. John says I put my hands through worse. I don't think we need to know. Chintamani says I've never blocked anything. Washed, yes, but not blocked. But Chintamani, you knit lace. Like, do you not push it out to open the lace up? Like, if you're not doing that, you are not doing your lace any favors. John says I've crocheted for 2 years and never blocked a thing. Really? What sort of things do you crochet? Yeah, Sally, I know. Poking the bear. Absolutely. I think that ply math is crazy. I agree with you. Ply math is insane. But what you've got to remember is that it's not just 4 plus 4 equals 8. It's 4 plus 4 plus air space equals 10 or 12. So you've got to think, you know, oh, you haven't finished any of your lace projects. You need to finish your lace projects, you lunatic. Blocking is very much required. I agree. John says, I crochet crooked blankets. Is that a specific thing, or do they just all come out crooked? Because, I mean, that could be because you don't block them, honestly. Freaky says it's the airspace that gets to me. It's like algebra. Yeah, absolutely. It is. And different yarns and fibers have different amounts of airspace that they trap. So it's not even exact math. It's just like ballpark. But you have to understand that it's going to be bigger than you think. That wool is not worth the extra dollars. Is that an unpopular opinion, Spanner Chick? I mean, for you, I totally get that. Being allergic to wool, like, totes for sure. But I think some wool is definitely worth the extra dollars. I don't think all wool is worth the extra dollars because some is trash. They all come out crooked and look like he put them on a weaving loom. Does he put them on a weaving loom, Jen? Is that what happens? Hand-dyed yarn shouldn't cost so much. Oh, Die Wench. That one gets me in the heart every time, because every time I go to a live event, there's always somebody who makes a comment on how expensive hand-dyed yarn is. And you know full well the work that goes into dyeing yarn. But yes, just like, Knitspin Girl says, I was told the general rule when you hold 2 or more strands together is that you add the plies plus the number of strands. So 2 times 4 plies would be 4 plus 4 plus 2. Yeah, that's how I work it out as well, Knitspin Girls. Absolutely. Oh no, he crochets freaking tight. Oh, that's right. John's a death gripper. John, meet Die Wench. Die Wench, meet John. You're both death grippers. Lisa says, I've crocheted Ed for many years and wash everything I've made, but I've never heard of blocking until I started watching YouTube. Okay, Lisa. So, but when you wash it, do you flatten it out and smooth it out and like push it to shape? Because shaping it and washing it is technically considered blocking. It doesn't have to be pinned to be blocked. You want me to pay how much for that handmade item? Yeah, that's another one, isn't it? I see that one a lot. And like, you know what? I get that people don't have the money. I get it that they may not want to spend the money on that. But they need to word it differently. Like, this is one of the things I talk to Abby about, which is my daughter. And I say to her that if she sees something that's too expensive, I explain to her it may well be worth that price and it's just too expensive for you. So right now it's out of your budget. So you need to either save more or accept that that's something you can't have and move on to something else. You don't have automatic rights to everything. I grew up really, really poor, you guys, like really, really poor. And you learn very quickly that if you don't have the money for something, you don't get to have it. It's very simple. And that's, you know, most people who live in this current world understand that. If you don't have the dollars on the price tag, you don't get to buy the thing. It just seems that that's not how it is. Anyway, that's a whole nother that's a whole thing. I have many issues with that thinking. Again, we're just, why should I pay lots of cash for something I could make myself? Well, make it your damn self. That's what I'm like. Why should I pay $150 for a handmade shawl when I can make it? And it's like, fine, make it. Oh, but I don't want to spend the time. Then spend the money. They're your options. John says, I wash it and throw it in the dryer with dryer sheets. Okay. Kim says, don't you have that printed on a shirt? Why pay $6 for something when you can make it with $86 worth of materials and $800 worth of equipment? Yep. Oh, gosh. What's it? Yeah, what is a dryer sheet? Dryer sheets are these things that you can buy at Woolies, like just at the shops. They're in the laundry aisle, and you toss them in, and they help to. They're like anti-static sheets, especially if you're using acrylic in, or anything that'll get staticky in a dryer. The static sheets are great. They are also quite often scented, which is why I don't use them. Jen Deal says that's what I thought too. Yeah, yep. Anti-static and fabric softener. Yeah. See, I don't use fabric softener at all. I don't know what the deal is outside of Australia versus inside Australia, but fabric softener actually coats your clothes and it makes your clothes flammable. So even if you have a fire retardant fabric, which most fabrics are supposed to be but may or may not be, especially like kids clothing, how it says, you know, this is fire retardant, or this is, you know, it's got this little thing on it. The second you wash it in fabric softener, you avoid all of that, because fabric softener creates a film over the fabric. Oh, Jen, you have no idea about me and poker. I'm on my live chat. This is a totally different face. But yeah, the fabric softener, it coats your fabrics in a film, which makes it soft, but it also makes it flammable. So yeah. Spanish Chick says, apparently if you soak a sponge in fabric softener and then throw it in the dryer, that works the same but more cost effective. Yeah. John says, even the dry sheets in Australia, like, you know, Darwinism, like only the fittest survive. Like, that's Australians. We're like, yeah, we can survive Australia. We can survive anything, mate. Absolutely. Diamond says, I was told to never use fabric softener as it damages your washing machine over time. Yeah, it creates a film inside your washing machine as well. Run a load with just a cup of vinegar in there. And especially if you've got a stainless steel drum. If you just run an empty load with vinegar, and if you use a quarter cup of white vinegar, that actually makes your fabric just as soft. Like, try it on a batch of towels, honestly. It'll make your towels really, really soft without coating it in crud. So yeah, best anti-static, put moisturizer on arms and legs, works brilliantly. Well, that's if you're going to wear the thing. Like, what if it's a blanket or something? Like, that's not going to make a difference. Water the fabric softener down. Some have done that a time or two. Yeah. We Aussies take flammable things very seriously. We do, because if there's a fire, it is just insanity. Vinegar in the washing machine and the dishwasher. Agreed. Tick, Stacey. I'm with you in Camp Vinegar. It's fantastic. And if you've got like a really scummy sink, like if your husband hasn't wiped it out after doing the dishes for a couple of nights, just put a bit of hot water in there, a bit of vinegar, and just let it sit, and the vinegar lifts off all the stuff. Chris says, I use vinegar all the time in my laundry. It helps get rid of the nasty colors. Yeah, nasty odors. Sorry. Yes, it does. It does. Literally, I'm not kidding you guys. We have a front load, you know, the one with the little door, front load washing machine. We put in the washing liquid and we put in vinegar and we shut it. Like, the vinegar goes into the fabric softener bit. I I probably wouldn't put aluminium foil in my dryer, honestly. Jackie says I use a bit of vinegar instead of softener as it counteracts the alkalinity of the soap, which is what makes things hard. Jackie in with the science facts. Hey Jackie, welcome to the chat. How's your day off going? Bicarb, is that not food? Yes, bicarbonate of soda is a food grade thing that you can be used as a cleaner. If you sprinkle things with bicarbonate of soda and then pour vinegar on it, it goes and creates like a thermolytic response and goes all bubbly and fuzzy, and it makes it really easy to clean like bathroom sinks and baths and tiles and all that sort of stuff. Jen says vinegar is a necessary household item. Yes, it is. Hey, two Arctic Wolves. We are, for those of you just joining the chat, we are having discussions on unpopular opinions. And at the moment we have sidetracked, because that never happens, we have sidetracked into uses for vinegar, which is weird. Right? It is weird, isn't it? Like, talking about food, that's one thing, but now we're talking about the thermolytic response of vinegar and bicarbonate of soda. So, you know. John says, bicarb and vinegar, I clean with bleach and ammonia. I don't even have ammonia in the house, but I do clean the toilet with bleach because it's the toilet. And, you know, it can have bleach. But everything else does not get bleach. Oh yeah, and don't mix the two together. Good point. Just kidding. No one ever do that. No, because you will blow something up if you mix the two together. But my aunt cleans some things with bleach and some things with ammonia, and it stinks because of the chemical smell. Vampire says I should do vinegar in my washing machine. I've been spending a fortune on machine cleaner. Don't, like, unless you are like under warranty and it states you must use machine cleaner, then yeah, use vinegar. Like, absolutely. It's gentle and it cleans the drum and it cleans the sludge off the pipes. It won't blow up. It creates poison gas. Sorry, yes. But either way, you're dead. Great day, one of 4-day long weekend. I'm a bit jelly, to be honest. I'm a bit jelly. Spanish Chick says, I think that one of the things is the hot water is more effective at cleaning things than cold water in a lot of cases, but also more expensive. So everyone does cold water washing now. Yes. Yes. Vinegar and bicarb work well to unblock drains. Toss some bicarb down the drain, glug some vinegar in, shove the plug and hold it down. Yep. Yep. We've all done that. Well, I've done that. Sally says, how often do you do it? The vinegar in the washing machine. Okay. So what I would do is I would just run a load today. So you just run to your washing machine now, put in your vinegar in just where your powder or whatever it goes. So if you've got a top loader and you just throw it in, and just run a standard load, right? Because then that will swish the vinegar around for ages, and then it will rinse everything out and it'll smell a lot better. Now, if you're still seeing that it's all like, what's the word I'm looking for? Where it's dull, the steel's not shiny, do it again another day. But other than that, I just toss in the quarter cup with my load and I don't have to worry about doing it by itself that often. But if you're not going to be, if you are, you know, must use the fabric softener or whatever, just do it once a month and your washing machine will be lovely. I wash in hot water, rinse in cold water. I wash in cold water. Search for Shannon Lush. She is Australian guru of alternate cleaning and stain removal. Yes, she is. She does some good stuff. And Fly Lady uses a lot of vinegar for her cleaning stuff as well. Vinegar is good for cleaning tiles, floor, and walls. See, this is the thing. Because Chantel, me, third person time, ready everybody? Because Chantel is allergic to half of the planet, which includes most ingredients in cleaning products, yay, I found it really difficult finding cleaning products that weren't scented. So who needs to clean their floor with lavender smelly things? Apparently heaps of people. So when I was looking for things that didn't set me off when I was cleaning, I found that vinegar on lino, like we've got linoleum here, but vinegar on, like, watered down, just in your mop bucket, the same amount of the cleaner that you would use, just put vinegar in. It cleaned the floor nicer than the cleaners. And yes, you have a vinegar smell for a minute, right? But once it dries, the vinegar smell is gone. Whites in warm, colors in cold. Okay, all right. I do, unless I've got like, every now and again I'll use like a stain removery thing, like what's it called? The pink one. What's the big pink one called? The powder. They bought Sard. They're called something else. Oh my gosh, my brain. Anyway, big pink. I'll use that in a bucket with hot water to give like uniforms and little bits and bobs an additional run every sort of month or so. But other than that, everything gets washed in the cold. Vinegar on wood floor does affect the varnish over time. Though. It does, and it depends on how much vinegar you're using and how wet you're making the floor. It's been a long time for two Arctic wolves to jump in the chat. It has been. Nappy sand. Thank you, guys. You always come and save me. Nappy sand. I use nappy sand. Vanish nappy sand. They're the same thing now. I watch Daily Life ASMR and the Asian streamers race about using citric acid powder to clean and do laundry, but I never tried it. Well, citric acid and vinegar are basically the same thing, but one is powder and one is liquid, which is why, well, they're a bit different. There are some differences, but they're very similar. And so, yeah, I've got, you know, because I use citric acid for dyeing, I get it in a 20-kilo bucket. So I will quite often be all like, sprinkle on the bicarb, sprinkle on the citric acid, toss some water out, spray it with a water sprayer. It's quite funny, actually, watching that. Grandma's cleaning cupboard contained vinegar, bicarb, washing crystals, borax, and methylated spirits. Apparently it covers all the bases. See, my washing cabinet has vinegar, bicarb, borax, and also Jif. I like Jif. It's a cream cleanser. It's a bit more gentler. But yes, Kirby, they rave. I kind of got what you meant, but I thought I better read what you said rather than what I thought you said, if that makes sense. Nappy sand. Yeah, it's just a brand of what is it? It's like an oxidizing cleaner. Like, what's the home brand version of it called? But basically it's a granulated powder that you soak things in to get stains out. And it's very good, and it's gentle on colors and makes white. And you know, when over time, yeah. Oh, and Co. Sorry, Kim's right. I also have Co. See, I use coal, but then we hang it on the line so the sun gets it. So that's where we get all the antibacterial sort of stuffy from. Is my washing liquid and the sunshine. Have you tried the Jif shower spray? I have not. I just use the cream. OxyClean? Yeah, it sounds about right. That sounds like it could be the same stuff. And it's just a powder that, you know, you're tossing. They say you can use it in cold water. I tend to put it in hot water. But yeah. Look, I'm at it. Abby came home from school. Abby has a white school shirt, right? She had, so middle school, she had blue, and then senior, she's changed over to white, right? 2 weeks into the beginning of the year, and she comes home with a sleeve covered in yellow paint, right? And like little specks of other colors everywhere. She'd done art without covering up, right? First thing I did, lost my crap. Just went like, rah, like, this shirt is only 2 weeks old and you've ruined it. And then I proceeded to do various runs of like nappy sanding and scrubbing it with a nail brush, and now like you can't tell which of the shirts has had a yellow sleeve, but that one did take a lot of effort because the paint had dried, and so it's faded and faded and faded until it disappeared. Leanne says she's been pretty good, but there's no singleton. Oh, everyone's saving for events next year. We're hoping that in Australia we've got some events that are trying to start planning for next year. The Crochet Guild of Australia is trying to set theirs up for next year. but we still have a lot of internal border closures and things like that. So it does make it a bit tricky making it happen with instructors and what have you. So fingers are crossed that we can have some more events back next year. I've been reading some interesting articles saying that this may be like a flu season may involve COVID season as an annual event now. I'm hoping that article that I read is wrong, because that would suck. So Game Widows is hoping to be let out of purgatory soon. I hope so, Game Widows. Jen Deal says, I'm not a fan of OxyClean. It doesn't work like it once did. Yeah. They tend to fill it out with crud, so you have to use more and more and more of it, so you have to buy more, because that's how businesses do things these days, apparently. Water it down. 1, 2, 3. But Vanish works all right. I mean, it's an OxyClean style cleaner. I don't know if it's exactly the same recipe, but it's that style of thing. It doesn't have that Billy Mays flair anymore. Oh dear. I don't know if I want to know. I'm just double checking I'm not screwing this up. This is a bit more burgundy. Let me look at my phone. No, my phone brings it up right. What happens is I've got a screen here, and my phone. This screen makes everything dull. This screen makes everything blindingly vibrant. So I have to go by what's on my phone to see what you guys are getting, okay? The OxyCleaner from Aldi works well. Okay, I'll have to try that. So, yeah. Sorry, totally off topic, because we never do that. Apparently, the buildings that have just started being built up the road, which is another set of shops, some of those shops are set to be open in 3 weeks. I'm just like, what? YouTube search for Billy Mays OxyClean and thank me later. John, I'm going to have to get you to message me to remind me, because I will forget, but I really do want to know. So, yes. So, how is the air conditioning noise? Is it bearable? Because it's currently pumping. Just low, though. Billy Mays is a bit like our Tim Shaw. Ooh. Do we have any other oh, I'm glad you don't hear it, Kim. Are you in headphones today, or are you just, got your ears free? Oh, that's great. That means as it gets hotter, as long as I leave it on this lower setting, it keeps the room a bit cooler, and that's great. Yeah, I'm definitely sure it's on. Like, I don't know if I can feel it blow my hair. I don't know if you can see it. Like when I lean back here into the path of it. Basically opposite where Kim's sitting. Yeah. Alrighty. How are we going here? I want to get to one of my fun colors, like one of the reds or something. Kim thought she was getting moved. Well, I mean, I'm going to be rearranging this whole set area, and stop getting distracted. Sorry, Kim. I'm going to be rearranging this set area a little bit. I don't know if you guys will notice a difference, but I'll notice a difference. And I don't know if, like, how it's going to work. All right, Kim, yet? I'm not sure. Because, like, the reality is you could sit, like, at the end of my big table here, share the mic, and just not be on camera. Or we could set up another. Anyway, I've got ideas. I've got so many things in my head at the moment. And to make it easier for me to, well, she's in the background. You are shocking. Does Tim Shaw have a majestic beard? I don't think Tim Shaw has a beard. Hello, Diana E. Welcome to the chat. So long as you don't sit in a chair that's no longer there, you can change up your room how you like. Okay. Thanks, Freaky. Awesome. Yeah. So this afternoon, I'll be spending my time packing orders and dyeing yarns and skeins yarns. I've got some yarns that just need to become mini skeins, and I've got labeling to do. So I've got a whole afternoon of fun. Abby's getting herself home from school, which is nice, so I don't even have to do school run. Oh. Am I the only one who gets excited when it's like, yay, I don't have to do school run? Like, woohoo! Yeah, he doesn't have a beard, but he does have steak knives. Everything came with, but wait, there's more. Kelly says, off topic, are people still making animal pouches, blankets, etc.? I haven't made any more. But if you go and check out the animal pages, I'm sure they still need more. And you can keep an eye on exactly what they need over there, over on the different animal pages. But I haven't been making any more just because the urgency was no longer there, and there are people who love to do it and doing it all the time. So I thought I'd leave it to them. Kim says, I'm going to try and go to Costco this afternoon because I've decided I don't like Fridays at Costco. Fair enough. You've got all the people there trying to get all the stuff for the weekend on a Friday. Kim says, I don't think I have experienced that, not having to do school runs. Yeah. We could stand up for the whole 2 hours because it's a sit-stand desk. We could. But I'm not gonna, because I'm very lazy and I want to sit down, and I have a chair, so I shall sit down. So yeah. One of the problems that I'm having, right, is I've got my little T-Rexy arms, okay? My little short arms, and there's one task that I'm struggling with my short arms, and that's opening my window, because his table is 80 centimeters wide, and I have to go around the end of it and lean back across the table because the bit to unlock it is at the middle of the window, not the edge of the window. So I've got to, anyway, it's a pain. So I want to try and move the desk down, you know, like that way, so that I don't have to deal with the window. Such a baby. Oh, you posted some Billy Mays in the fun zone. Thank you, John. Vampy says, I'm making larger ones slowly and storing them. Is that larger animal pouches that you're making, Vampy? For some reason, the name Billy Mays rings a bell. But I don't know if it's, you know, your Billy Mays. Could you not climb on the table to open? I mean, I would need to if I went straight across. I could not reach. So, which is why I need extended reading glasses to read the screen that's over there. But yes, short arm problems, T-Rex problems. Hashtag T-Rex. This is why T-Rexes are angry. He was a guy of the infomercials years ago. Yeah. I don't know if we got his infomercials here in Australia, though. That's the thing. Okay. Do we have any other unpopular opinions that I can jump all over and poo-poo on? Oh, I have an unpopular, I have a popular opinion. Detangling, not fun. I know there are some people who love to detangle. I'm not one of these people. I will do it. I will detangle. I will sit there for hours detangling it. But I don't find it therapeutic that some people do. Oh, you guys are terrible. Chris Hemsworth is definitely not the best Chris. John loves detangling. See, there are a lot of people who like to detangle. I'm not a detangling fan. Knitting is superior to crochet. Yes, there are people who believe that, aren't there? Yeah, I agree with you, Kelly. That is the popular opinion, but the unpopular opinion is none are superior to the others at all. They all have their own advantages, and that people who do the whole, you know, oh, if you can't knit, you should crochet, then they should get punched in the throat. Just saying. I have strong opinions about people who poo-poo on other people's crafts. Except for scrapbooking. That's crapbooking and there's a reason for it. Tree killers. You should always spend enough to get free shipping. Now, I'm in two minds with the free shipping one. Because sometimes you have to spend a ridiculous amount of money to get free shipping. And but you only wanted one or two things, but you got to buy 10 to get free shipping. Like, that's just, you know. But when you look at it, the two things might cost $5 or $10 to ship. If the shipping's expensive, hell's yes, get that free shipping. But if the shipping's not that dear, like I look at people like with their Knit Picks orders here in Australia and they're like, oh, I had to spend $100 for free shipping. I got a box of yarn not qualifying for free shipping and it cost me $10 to ship. And I'm like, I will spend $10 rather than $200. So, stitching over tails instead of weaving them in is a good idea. Oh my god, that is, I do not agree with that opinion. They are not secure. They're not secure. So there's no such thing as free shipping. I agree with you, John. Technically speaking, there is no such thing as free shipping. You are paying for it somewhere. It won't take that long to make that item with a huge amount of color changes and complicated pattern. Can you have it ready for me by yesterday? Oh, yes. I love them people. I just laugh and laugh and laugh as I walk away not working on their project. Oh, good. I'm glad you're being sarcastic. That's good. Thank you for sharing that unpopular opinion, though, because there's a lot of people who stitch over their tails, and you know what? Some of them never have a problem. Never ever have a problem, and they don't, and they get annoyed with people like me who are like, it's not secure. But yeah, it's, gosh, it's insane. It's insane. There's, oh my gosh, Die Wench, you know how I feel about people who join their yarn with a knot. Oh no, knots are bad. One of the first things I learned as a weaver was that if you needed to snap your yarn, you tie a knot in it and it snaps on the knot, because the knot creates a weak point in the yarn. So it's like, yeah, knotting is bad. Knotting is bad. You create a weakness. I started out, Chris is saying, I started out as a crocheter 10 years ago. I wanted to overcome my fear of knitting. I find that having more than one skill is better for you. If I get tired of knitting, I can crochet, and vice versa. And I 100% agree with you. And I think that, do you know what? If you are happy just doing one craft, do one craft. You don't have to do them all. But you're also not, you are not pigeonholed. You should now, you should not feel that you are any less for not doing multiple crafts, and your craft is not less than another craft unless it's scrapbooking. And you know, like, it's just, they're not less, they are different, they're not less. It's just yes. Sally stitches over her ends. Oh my gosh. I leave a long, like, okay, so this is the thing. If you stitch over your end and leave a tail and then weave it back the other way, that's fine, because you are changing directions and you are leaving a long tail. It's going to be a lot harder for the yarn to come out. But if you just stitch over like 4 or 5 stitches and then cut the yarn off and that's all you've got, that's not secure. It's not secure. The yarn needs to change direction. Chris says, now I occasionally spin fibre. I've also gotten into weaving. I'm the same, Chris. It's like I started with crochet, and then I moved into knitting, and then I started spinning, and then I started dyeing, and then there's weaving, and there's tatting, and there's so many things. One thing I've looked at but kind of shied away from a bit is macrame. But I think that's because of my aversion to knots rather than anything else. You craft what you have got in your cupboard. Sorry, I think I'm missing something here, Stacey. You craft what you have got in your cupboard that I can have to give as a present. I don't understand. Freaky ties knots. Jackie says, I evaluate the shipping cost and then decide which way to go. Me too, Jackie. Or if you can just add a few more things in for the same shipping cost and it doesn't go up, like add, pull one out. Yes, that's where we're going to buy it. Buy now. That's what I do. Jackie's the same thing. Same with the fuel discount vouchers. Good luck snapping this red heart acrylic. Tie a knot in it and see how easy it snaps, because I snap a lot of yarn and I've snapped red heart. My queen is looking fabulous. Thank you, Diana. It's coming along and I'm so much happier now that I've changed away from that color. I did not enjoy working with it. Macrame. That's right. Macrame, John. That's how we say it here in Australia. Sue Ellen says, I'm a belt and braces. I weave in the ends along the border and then crochet over. Well, that's good. Oh, people assume that as a craft you have a cupboard full of gifts ready to give. Okay, I understand. I'm sorry. But Freaky says, my sister did macrame. I could not get into it. Yeah. Macrame is a beautiful art, but the string you use is not the same as yarn. No, it's like more like a cord, like a cotton cord, isn't it? Yeah. The popular one my hubby says to me all the time, do you really need that? The answer is, do you really need to be able to breathe? Do you really need me to not punch you in the throat? Because you keep on that, really, do you really need that? And that's what's going to happen. There will be throat punching. I'm in a violent mood this morning, I've decided. I've just realised right then, because that's the second throat punch today. The answer is always yes. Yes, even if you were umming and ahhing about it, the second they say that, the answer is yes, it is. I do need that. Thank you. Such a stupid question. Yeah. This Spin Girls makes a valid point. What does need have to do with it? It's like, I want that thing. I'm going to get that thing. We don't have room for craft item equipment. Well, then get rid of whatever their hobby items are that are taking up all the space. Jen Deal says, I crochet, quilt, cross stitch and paint. Oh, I can't paint. I'm the shame of my family. My family are all artists, right? Like my dad, my brothers and stuff, and aunts and uncles, and they're amazing painters, and I can't paint to save myself, honestly. There was no throat punching, but there was some divorcing. But, okay, I mean, that's legit. That's fair. That's fair. I like to sew. I'm not very good at it, but I like to do it. I'm practicing. I have not done any more on my bag, FYI, before anybody asks. John O'Brien, you have too many hobbies. And their hobby was complaining about your hobbies, weren't they? That's what's happening. That happens at my house. You've got too many hobbies. No, I don't. I'm good. I'm happy with my hobbies. You're just jealous because you've got none. You've got none hobbies. No matter the number of hobbies, they all require money to do. They do. They do. They require something. And it doesn't matter what kind of hobby it is. Some hobbies are more expensive than others, I can tell you right now. Sewing, not a cheap hobby. Oh, no, look. I'm going to have to do the thing with the moving the ball through the things and try and not make it worse. Gosh, all right, we can do this. We can do this. Because the rest is attached to the blanket, so I kind of have to do it through the ball, but the ball is all hinky. We did it! We have a strand. Hopefully what's in the ball is not barf, because we are just about up to the ball now. That'll be so much easier to move it around. Oh. Bye Lego Bob. Have a good day. Yeah, her one hobby was complaining about mine. I know those feels. I know those feels too well. Too well. You have to spend money to make money. You do. You do. If scrapbookers are tree killers and using acrylic yarn and plastic hooks and needles is also damaging, at least you can plant more trees. That is actually a valid point. You are correct. You are correct. Darwin says, I have another one. You should center pull from the ball of yarn rather than take it from the outside. Oh, look. I prefer to take it from the outside of the ball usually. But if I know I'm going to use the whole ball or the majority of the ball for something, I will center pull it, because then I don't have to allow the yarn to go around the outside. It just draws out. But yeah. John says my blankets will last for thousands of generations. This one's acrylic. But in saying that, my next one's going to be cotton, because I love cotton. And cotton's no good for the environment either. Bamboo is trash for the environment. What other fabrics are trash on the environment? There's lots of trash fabrics for the environment. People talk about, oh, how good bamboo is. Bamboo timber products are fantastic. Bamboo fiber products are trash. But yeah. And it's important to understand, as like two Arctic wolves are saying, it's important to understand the full process of things. Acrylic yarns are bad. Microplastics, using plastic at all, they're bad. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that we do as crafters and human people that are bad. You just have to weigh it up and do something nice and good to make a difference. I recycle like a crazy person. And what else do I do? Oh, we've got solar panels, and we try to do as much as we can. And sometimes by doing that, I have to use acrylic for things. So I'm not going to, I can't use not acrylic for everything. I have friends who are allergic to stuff, and I have to just do stuff. Yarn made from coffee grounds. Really? I haven't seen that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. They try to make coffee grounds out of everything. Diewench is off. Bye, Diewench. Have a good day. Jen Deal says, my hobbies are cheaper than therapy, and they both help my sanity. Agreed. Agreed. While you're stabbing your yarn, you're not stabbing people. I like that. Say, do you want a happy wife, therefore a happy life, or do you want a cranky wife and a nightmare life? I like that. Sally says, I try to center pull, but sometimes I can never find the center. Is on the Bendigo Wool Mills yarns can sometimes be a bit tricky. I agree with you. I tend to find that wherever I pull out the label, if I poke my finger sort of more to the right of that and dig around, I tend to find it, but not always. All fibers have environmental issues. Agreed. Yes, all fibers do have some form of environmental issue. It's weighing it up as to the benefits of what you're doing with it. But yes, there is lots of issues in our industry. A lot of charity knitting crochet, they do want the acrylic. They do, because of it's easier to launder and look after, and it's more hard wearing, and it's less expensive for people to make. And yeah, there's a lot of reasons. If we didn't use fiber, because then we would end up naked. Yeah, there's issues with every single thing that we use to make fiber, and they have varying weights for different people. Like, as in varying, for some people, wool exploitation is a huge issue, whereas other people it's not such a huge issue. And for some people, the acrylic microplastics are a huge issue, and for some other people, it's like, well, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Like, it depends. It really depends. Lego Bob's got heavy rain. Oh, please come to my house, heavy rain. I would love for you to hear it with the new microphone on my tin shed roof. Yes, all the window. Oh, Abby's bedroom window might be open. I think all the windows are clean. I draw the line at asbestos. You know what? Me too. Yep. I refuse to crochet with asbestos. I might knit with it, but I refuse to crochet with it. Chris says, I'm a rebel and I pull from the outside. If I'm just doing a project where it's got a bit of color and the majority of the ball is going to stay, I'll go from the outside. But like with these, I'm using up 90% of the ball. So I just go from the inside, especially if I've got lots of colors, and then you can line them up and their little tails come out of their middle. That's not a tail if it comes out the middle. The yarn comes out their middle. The working yarn comes out the middle. So if you've got a few colors lined up, that looks really cute. Yeah. Most yarns, the tail in there for center pull if the label is upside down, except for special DK, you can't find the center. There's lots of yarns that you cannot find the center for, which is just so frustrating. But some you can. And you know what's really frustrating? Like I can have a bag of 10 balls, right? Same brand, same yarn company, packed on the same day. You know what I mean? Like everything. And like 4 of them, no problems. Found those tails brilliantly. The next 5, you're just like, yeah, that was a bit tricky. And then there's one. There's always one that ends up like a yarn bath. Nightmare. Like nightmare. I mean, that's anecdotal because it has happened to me on a couple of occasions, but I'm sure it hasn't happened to everybody. I'm just double checking because I've been sidetracked. Freaky can't draw a line because he's a messy line drawer. Oh, Alison, yes, absolutely. Make sure if you are using pure silk, go from the outside of the ball. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. John is still in the first repeat of chart 1, row 30. I'm now on row 87, John. I'm on the 3rd repeat of chart 1. Where are we? I hate it when people call all yarn wool. Oh, me too, Stacey. Me too. It drives me insane. It's not all wool. And they're like, oh, but you know what I mean. No, I don't. One comes from a sheep, one does not. Or others do not. Most Australians do that. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's a lot of people who call all yarn wool. There's a lot. And that's a really hard battle to fight. It's so hard. But I agree with you. Definitely. All yarn is not wool. And all wool is not even yarn. So... Oh, so row 61 in total. Oh, I understand. I understand. All right, I'm nearly at the end of row 87. So this is the 3rd repeat of chart 1 that I'm working on. What color is next, Kim, after the currant? Are we onto one of the cool reds yet, or is it something else? Kim's got my list there somewhere handy. I need one more single crochet before I do a double. Otherwise it's wrong and I'll have to pull it back, which would not be the first time. One of the things, like, you know what, this does my head in, but I know I'm going to be encasing it, but it still messes with my head. Okay, but one of the things I do love about this is if I make a mistake, I can just undo it and pull back all the rows to the mistake and fix that little section rather than traditional crochet, which means I would have had to pull the whole lot back. Red next after currant. Yes, yes, yes. I want to do red really badly. I love how you ask him what colours. Well, she just posted a list of all my colours, so she's got the list handy. I don't have it handy. Alison has decided to start the simple queen and she's on row 14. Awesome. It's simple because, yeah, it's got less, is it less of this? Less, it's still nice stuff, but less of it? Is that right? I could be wrong. But doesn't the simple also have the little love heart to put in, I think? I'm going to go and steal the love heart and stick it in. I've been seeing some amazing photos, and in the middle where we get the big diamonds, I've been watching people actually write names and things like that, and I think that's really cute. I mean, I can't do mine because my name is 11 letters long. No. 9 letters long. I don't know where I got 11 from, but still, I don't think mine will fit. Oh, mine. I don't know. I don't know if mine will fit. Probably not. Probs not. Deb D's getting heavy rain. It's coming up. It's coming up. Oh my gosh. Oh. Deb D, how far are you from the Gold Coast Dam there? Gender, that's the queen I'm doing too, the simple. Yep. I'm doing the traditional. I bought Tina's alphabet pattern. I'm going to put the kids' names in their blankets. Oh my gosh, John, that sounds beautiful. Why do you know how many? Oh, because it's long and I always mix it up. I'm sorry. I don't know. I should have known. I mean, I know my name backwards. I know my maiden name backwards. You know, it was a game we used to play. We used to run around talking backwards. And so with my Uncle Dennis. And so it was one of the things. A fair distance, okay. I didn't even know that Tina had an alphabet pattern. I might have to look that up, John. That sounds pretty cool. Because if I make another one of these, do you know what would be funny? Is if I'm like lounge, layer, like name where the blanket hangs out, is so that people put it back after it's been washed. I'm in the middle. I mean, it's still trashed. The ball is still a mess. Like, look what happened to this ball. It's total trashed. But, I mean, at least it's pulling from the middle now, not from the bath pile. Yay for not being in the bath pile. That's an image, isn't it? That's a mental image for all of us. Oh, dear. I'm nearly at the end of the row, you guys. And I can feel my voice is going. Oh, it's so frustrating. I was really hoping that the new way I'm doing this medication would make a difference. Barf. As in the name of the dog from Spaceballs. Barf. Oh, Stacey got happy mail. Spanichick popped in the link for the library. Fantastic. Oh, that's it. That's the last of the tea gone into the cup. What do you mean accept Chantel, Kim? I heard in a podcast that, oh my gosh. No, Spaceball's dog was Barf. Oh, I thought it was Barf. Oh, now that you're writing actual facts. I'm not going to right click it right now. I mean, I will, but not right this second. I don't know what it would do. Oh, you've ruined a dream, John. It's always been Barf in my mind. I always thought it was Barf. Are you sure it's not Bartholomew? Like with instead of Barf is what Tony Stark called the VR system he built that Mysterio used to fool everybody. Oh, I didn't know that. I've got to rewatch some stuff. I've been a bit behind. I've been sucked into other things. All right, hang on. I'm up to the other end. So it's only 1, 2, and then okay, hang on. You can't talk to me while I do something different. It doesn't work. Traditionally, yes, Sally, but that would have done nothing for the one-liners in the show. Internet Movie Database is on my side. Woot woot! Scissors. I was going to say, I definitely grabbed scissors. I remember thinking, I need scissors, and got them. Okay, you ball of nightmare. Hello, beautiful ball of perfection. We're on to you. Hang on, bring that through. Snug it up and tie off. Okay, mark off the row we just did. 87. We're on to row 88. Okay. John, how many of the blankets have you done so far? Like, because you want to make like 11 billion of them, don't you? Oh, oh, oh. Come here, little end. There we go. Joining on row 88. You're on blanket 1 of 4. Nice. Hang on, did I do that right? I did, but that was just a dash loose. Okay. 1, 2. One of 4. And are you doing like all different colorways? So he's doing 14 eventually. Are they going to be all different colors? And like, because you're writing their names on them. Hang on a second, I've done something wrong here, I think. Oh yeah, I've counted the starting thing as a stitch when you don't. Keep going, it's fine. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. All right, this one's the harder rhythm. 1, 2, 1. Don't forget that you are on YouTube and not Zoom. Oh. And I wondered why John didn't answer. Oh, that's so funny. Wow, you do it so fast. I can't say your name, I'm sorry, but thank you. Yes. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 1. You could do one color for each blanket and work on them all at the same time. You could be doing them all at the same time. Oh, you count the same way? I do that. It's like 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and then 1. 1. Oh, don't even start, Kim. Don't start. John says current ocean theme one is for my daughter. One son is getting one that's white with his fluorescent self-striping yarn. Oh, that sounds cool too. Troublemakers. Bloody troublemakers is what you are. The other son is getting a camouflage and black, and I'm getting a tequila sunrise. Good taste on the tequila sunrise. It's a hard choice, isn't it, choosing the colorways for people, because you know what you want to make and what you like, but you don't definitely know what they would like, if that makes sense. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. Sorry guys, this particular 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. That one messes my head up a little bit and I botch it. Ends up being the row I normally have to pull out and do again after a stream. A blanket and a drink, John O'Brien. Yes. They're 6 and 7. I know what they're like. Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? Mine's 15 now, and it's just like, once I work out what she likes, I swear to God, it's like the second I work it out, she goes, oh, no, can't like that now. Mum knows about it. Very frustrating. Just need to make sure I'm doing this right. Stop that, Deb. I'm not looking at that because that's not right. Not for my row. Might be your row. Okay, it's coming along. No, it's not binary. Don't be putting confusing things out in the universe. Gosh, do we have any other unpopular opinions or any that I missed? Oh, okay, you lied to me, John. You lied. The camo yarn has black in it, so I'm doing camo and then alternating red, white, and blue. That sounds nice. Especially for a little boy. That sounds cool. So what's everybody working on at the moment? So, I mean, there's a few of us doing queens and as Bub's doing her Osmantha shawl. I know not everybody's doing queens right now. Oh, and Kim's doing a trial for the 3rd time. Hats for Kathy. Kathy's making hats. Freaky Geek's working on a shawl. That's right. Yes, I remember you saying before. I forgot for a second there. It's your summer shawl. It's more of a fall weight. It didn't last long, but you got all the plants out. Oh. Leonie is on her 2nd sock. John is away from Key. Where are you run off to, John? Game Widows is still warping. How long does it normally take you to warp a an inkle loom? Knitspin Girls is knitting the 2nd sleeve. And Holly is trying to finish up a blanket for her niece. The shawl so far ate up 3 skeins, soon starting the 4th. It's already knotted to the 3rd one. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about your knotty knots. Nat Power, welcome to the chat. Just finished the 2nd Perry the Platypus for my youngest for book week. Aww. Oh, that Hotel of Bee shawl is amazing. How long is a piece of string? Good point. Good point. Touche. Hang on. So every now and again someone comments that they didn't realize that this is purple, but it's definitely a purple. It's just down here it's a bit darker, but up here is a bright purple. No queen for Jackie. Star Flanket. Mel's just joined the sleeves on her first ever bottom up cardigan. Ooh. Vampire says I'm supposed to be needing a Doctor Who scarf, but after the yarn fault yesterday and missing a stitch this morning, it's in the corner for the day. Sometimes projects deserve the naughty corner. Definitely. Some of mine have been in the naughty corner for like years. And I look at them and go, I should really, no. No, it can stay there. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Oh, Spanish Chick says my order from So Quirky is at the post office waiting to be collected. Oh. Spanish Chick is doing a chickadee. Oh, my chickadee cardi. I thought you were doing a chickadee cardi. I'm thinking, oh, really? I was doing one of those, but now I hate it. And it's not because I hate the pattern. It's because I hate my yarn choices and it didn't work. Kim, did you... I've asked and I've forgotten the answer, and I know you've already told me like probably more than once, but you ordered me a nylon foot Is that right? I have to finish spotting clouds top and work on my sweater design, and hopefully we'll get to my queen soon. Yeah. Knit Spin Girls, sometimes a project has to sit in the naughty basket thinking long and hard about what it did. And you did. Oh, thank you, Kim. Cool. Cool. So excited. And my urge to chop it into itty bitty pieces has passed. Oh, look, my chickadee has probably the most expensive commercial yarn I've ever used as part of the grey body, right? It's a Debbie Bliss cash wool. It's a cashmere and merino blend. I can't remember the exact which one it is, but it's just this grey, but it's so soft. And I didn't have any of that in an alternate colour, so I just used some Andromeda, and it didn't work. They're too different, and it pulls and puckers, and yeah. So you'll have no excuses for not finishing I do have an excuse for not finishing my caddy. I've got to unpick the pocket because it doesn't line up. Oh, my hip. I was very indignant. I just realised, hand went straight on the hip for that one. I'm totally my mother. I've turned into my mum. Josh says, I haven't crocheted for a few weeks, but have to finish off 3 cuddle bunnies. Yeah, you need to get them done and get them all finished. How do they work? Is that the ones with the blend of the cotton and the acrylic that you were doing? Is that right? Or was that just the test bunny that was the blend? I do try to remember, guys, but I'm very, very bad at remembering things. But I really want my caddy, Kim. I really, really want it finished because I want to use it. Because I think it would be a great project bag for this. Because it's so big. Chintani's current whips a Fragile Heart shawl, Entwife Harvest shawl, and Sunday shawl. Oh, I went and posted a photo of my Queen Cow colours. Cool. Did you post it in the fun zone or just on your page, John? Jackie says, I've just realised it's show day, so I can plant my tomatoes outside without the wrath of God coming down on me. What? Is that a thing? Is that a thing down there? I don't know. John says, everyone hit that thumbs up button on this video and then go to the Fiberific Fun Zone and see my colours. We're nearly done, John. We're nearly done. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes, no tomatoes outside until show day. That is a weird... Why is that a rule? Oh, there you go, Kim. She's popped it up so that we don't have to run away. Thank you, Kim. In Canberra, it was Melbourne Cup. Wow. Gosh. It's very neon. I'm going to have to go and check it out, aren't I? That one. Hang on a second. Bit 2. Hang on. 2, 1, 2. Have I done something hinky here? Okay, so that definitely goes in there. The trick is to make sure you don't accidentally scooch up the yarn from behind, which is what I think I did. It messes up your lines. So don't do that. Don't do what I do. To avoid the frost. Christine says, I work with adult ladies who are developmentally delayed, and listening to one lady, your friend has a fun accent and Australia is super far away. Oh, I need a $10 Patreon tier, just saying. I'll have to have a look into it, and I'm probably not going to change anything with Patreon until I'm actually giving people more. So yeah. Hinky. Yes, it's hinky. That's a word I use. I use it all the time. Did you see the video of Steph bagging up the Snowball Express blankets? Oh, you did an entire C to C in that neon. Oh my gosh. Sally is off. By Sals. I'll catch you later. You can just sign up for a $5 and pay more. Look, and you wouldn't be the only one. But yes, I'm going to be looking into changing up. I've got some things coming and happening and changing over the next couple of months. And that's one of the things that is on the list, but it is pretty far down the list if truth be told. So yeah, but I appreciate you guys talking about my Patreon, and I very much appreciate those of you that go in and support me on Patreon. I hear rain. It's not heavy yet. Yeah, it's definitely rain. Sorry, yes, and I really do appreciate you all supporting. Those of you that do support over on Patreon, even $1 a month makes a huge difference. It's phenomenal. Yeah, no, there are other people who do, who pay more. I've got some people who do have signed up for one level and pay a different amount. I'm not quite sure how it's done, but normally you can choose a level and $1 amount, and you can either make it the same, and it brings up $1 amount, but you can increase it. So, bye, Deb. I don't think the link that you wanted to come up came up, Jackie. Oh, that's kind of funny. Vanish stains. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, Jackie? There you go, Kim. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Kim, for putting the right link up. I appreciate that. Oh, jeez. You guys crack me up. But yeah, go and check it out. At the moment, you really get nothing extra. Whenever I do put out a video, you do get early access. On occasion, which we've done once so far, is a group Zoom, just to try and make it a bit more fun for being over there. But there's more stuff coming. I've got a calendar coming up of more dates and things like that, so people can be ready. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be cool, and we'll really ramp it up, and we'll have a good time. We get your undying gratitude. You do have my undying gratitude, but you did spell dying by dying with Y and stuff. I think I'm getting confused with my Mac and my work laptop, which is Windows. Oh no, that's got to be confusing, jumping between the two ecosystems all the time. I'm definitely a Windows person. I mean, I was so proud of myself for even giving the Mac a go when I was tossing up what to do about the live stream problem that we were having. And I was very proud of myself that I was trying to be open-minded enough to even try the Mac, but it is very different. It's a very different ecosystem and different place to click things. Even as simple as opening and closing applications is different. You were being punny. Oh, Kim, you were very punny. Very punny. Let me just double check that I'm doing it right. 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Oh, this blanket's going to become a problem because it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's getting harder to work on the couch because it's coming into summer here. So I'm heading towards like 35 to 40 degree days with like 80% humidity. It's not going to be a fun time. So this is definitely a project for in the shack with the aircon at a table. Do you guys have particular projects that you like to work on during different seasons? Or are you those kinds of crafters that actually stop crafting when it gets too hot or too cold? I personally try to change my environment, like air conditioners and heaters and things, to try and make it so I don't have to stop. But this is going to be a big, heavy project. So yeah, we'll see. Just making sure everything's still running. 2 1. Oh, Kim's sad face is still there. John says, I'm heading for 30 to 40 degree weather too, but that's F. No, mine's C. Two Active Wolf says, I just crochet all year round. I get it. Me too. I just change which kind of projects I do. Jen says, I tried to crochet holding my hook like you. Brain won't allow. I understand. I do understand. I used to crochet like this, and my brain struggles letting me do it now. It's like you're doing it wrong. You're holding it wrong. I find I have less control, and it slows me down. And, you know, but when I've got using a big hook, like anything above about a 10 mil, I tend to automatically go over the top rather than under. So, but I mean, it's not wrong. It's just what feels right or wrong for you. And like you may crochet that way super fast, whereas I can't. Sue Ellen says, my daughter explained how Patreon works. She follows writers. It's just a shame it's USD and I don't like paying bank fees. Looking forward to the ramp up. Yeah, it is a bit painful. I pay because I also support people on Patreon, and I have it go through my PayPal. So I mean, I get PayPal fee, but I don't have to deal with additional exchange rate bank fees. Oh, the pattern that I was working on with the little squares, the little crochet squares, where it was like a color and then cream and then color. That's a Battenberg. Love that. I'm still working on it because that's a blanket I can work on during summer. So that's why I kind of put it down a little bit. I still pick it up at night every now and again. And I'm really focusing to try and get as much of this one done is because it's going to get too hot. There's going to be, like, if I can't get it mostly done and really push through, then I'm going to put it down over sort of December and January. It'll just be too hot. Two Arctic Wolves says, holding your hook a certain way is not wrong. I agree with you, Two Arctic Wolves. Absolutely. Everyone holds things differently and to what works for them. And it's like people who continental knit versus people who English knit or Portuguese knit. None of them are wrong. It's just how you like to hold your tools. So, but if you want to speed up or try something different, then sometimes changing can help. Sometimes it doesn't, but being willing to try is always handy. I can't imagine Christmas in summer. Yeah, I think a lot of Australians dream for cold Christmases. It's really hard to do the traditional Christmas, everybody around the dining table for the hot meal thing, because it's just so hot. It's so hot. So we tend to do Christmas a bit differently, you know. We have a lot of seafood. A lot of people have seafood at Christmas. Cold, like they baked all their baking in the lead up and serve cold, chicken and cold beef and everything's cold. We tend to do a little mix of both. We'll have, I'll do like mango chicken drumsticks and tandoori chicken drumsticks, and they'll be cold, but then we'll have a hot roast pork and some hot roast veggies, but then we also have tons of salads that aren't hot, and we tend to do a bit of a blend. But yeah, it is hard having Christmas in the heat, especially considering all the good Christmas movies are in the winter. So Battenberg, that's it. Yep, it's a free pattern. It's on Ravelry. It's a great pattern. Oh, is it free? I think it's free. Game Widow says our Christmas cooking is done on the barbecue. Yeah. Oh, Kim says we've ducted aircon now. Bring it on. All the good Christmas songs. Yeah. We've got some that we've Australianized, but it's not the same. They weren't written. They're just like variations of Jingle Bells and things like that. Do we have any like just Australian Christmas carols that weren't adapted? I don't know if we do. Kim's got the link for the Battenberg blanket. Thank you, Kim. I love the Battenberg. I noticed that Kylie from Fiber Lily, she messaged me and she was like, I started that blanket. It's so addictive. And she is cranking along. Jackie, yeah, we do a roast, but it's usually cold because it's cooked the day before. Yes, I did. Yeah, snap. Yeah. Yeah, and hers is coming along so well. It's so gorgeous. I want to do one of those there. But yeah, it's an addictive. Jen says I have to work on Christmas Day. Yeah, I used to have to work Christmas Day sometimes. 6 white boomers. That's boomers are another name for kangaroos. So yeah, generally male kangaroos. Is that right? I think that's right. 6 white boomers, so white boomers. No more song because otherwise YouTube will be evil. But yeah, Google it. It's cool. And it's like set up for kids and stuff. They're film clips for kids. We do Christmas twice, once with my family and the next day with John's, and we do the glazed ham on the first day hot and have the leftovers on the cold day. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool if you guys started playing Australian Christmas carols over in the US and in Canada. That would be so funny. We don't have many. We've got some, like, you know, my husband wears like a Christmas shirt that's got Santa in like red shorts and like a red rashie with like the white fur line bit with I want to say thongs. What's the other? Flip-flops, with flip-flops and a surfboard. Surfing Santa, that's it. The Rusty Hold Mute. Oh yeah. But isn't Rusty Hold Mute just a variation of something? I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, boomers are the male and flies are the female. There we go. Oh, I knew something. I don't mind Christmas carols. I've got to be in the right mood for Christmas carols. And that's something we don't really get here as carolers. We don't really get people going around singing carols. Like, you can go places and carolers will be there, but they're not normally coming to your house. Or is that just an American movie thing that I've just got like a fake trope on? I don't know. I struggle to... Like, my knowledge of America is based on television. Shopping centers have carolers, yeah. And like the Salvation Army bands. Yeah, we do have carols by candlelight. Chintani says it wouldn't be so bad if there was more than 6 played constantly. Yes, I agree. They do kill carols sometimes. Rusty Hold Mute's version of Jingle Bells. There you go. Thank you. Abby's got Rusty Hold Mute on CD from when she was a little kid. She's got the book and the CD. Sorry, I pulled that in. My back's getting sore. But yeah, I agree with you, Chintami. Like, there are hundreds and hundreds of Christmas carols, but they play the same ones all over and over and over again. Oh my God, Kim, that one was just in my head, and I was trying not to put it into the world. Yeah, it is by Rolf Harris, I think, Jackie. Unfortunately. My aunt and cousins used to go around caroling. It's not just a trope. Okay, thank you. I am relieved. Because I just never know what's real American and what's television American. Does that make sense? It's kind of like you guys assume that we have kangaroos in our yards, and we, like, some of us do, but most of us don't. Oh, I love Michael Bublé's Christmas CD, but then I'm a bit of a Michael Bublé tragic. So, I wouldn't be surprised if she's earned $60 million in royalties from a single song, because it's been used in movies and it's like so many, it's just played all the time. So many times. Freaky Geek nearly fell asleep. Oh my God, Freaky Geek, are we that boring? Oh, now most TV America is legit. Oh, don't say that. Pentatonics Christmas. I love Pentatonics too. Oh, I get the hair on my arm raises with when Pentatonics singing. Dinah says we have hay rides and go around town singing. Oh, that sounds amazing. Oh, it's raining outside. Okay, I understand. I like to fall asleep when I'm listening to rain too. What gives me the heebie-jeebies? Summer Wonderland is good, but it's a take on Winter Wonderland. Yeah, that's the thing. Like a lot of our Christmas Carol versions are just versions changed up to be summery rather than wintry. I want Gilmore Girls Christmas. Ah. John says all we know of Australia is Paul Hogan and Foster's. Oh my god. Do you know why we export Foster's? Because no one here will drink it. Because it's disgusting. Don't drink it. It's horrible beer. It's really bad. Oh, Pentatonics makes your hairs on your arm. Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh. Look, we're nearly at the end of another row. Look at that. If I can only focus and crochet rather than read the chat. Yeah, Foster's is just bad. We export it for a reason. We don't want it here. Oh yeah, that's right. And 4X and VB, they are also bad. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just RV like AVI, but yes, I agree. I miss RV, but I don't know the new guy's name, but I do like him. I think he's amazingly talented, but I do miss RV. I thought he was amazing, but he's got his own YouTube channel with his own sort of more folksy band playing, and it's different, but it's really good too. I'll stick to the Guinness. I love Guinness and double stout. They're my favorite beers. Probably more the double stout than the Guinness, but I'll drink Guinness, no worries. But I don't like the nitrogen like cans of Guinness. Like, do you guys get those over there where it's like the can of Guinness and like it's got there's a ball in it that when you open it, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not shrimp on a barbie. It's prawns on a barbie. We don't say shrimp. Also, I'm allergic to prawns. So I don't do prawns on a barbie either. They all smell revolting. Yeah, look, the smell of beer is not why you drink it. I don't know. Have you guys ever had Kilkenny, which is a beer? It was so good. I had it one time. Guinness from a can. John, I agree. I much prefer it from the tap, honestly. But one time I'd never seen it in a can, so I thought I'd try it, and I was like, no. Kahlua Espresso Martinis have those, do they? Oh, you're an O'Brien. You're like a legit O'Brien. I will not discuss the shame that I have caused my Scottish grandmother. Chintami, another friend of mine's allergic, like literally allergic to alcohol as well. Yeah. It's and so many people don't get it. Like they think they just don't like alcohol, or if they drink too much they get sick. But no, they're legit legit allergic to alcohol. I don't know if can I buy Guinness in a bottle? I don't know. Look, if I can get it on tap, I get it on tap. But I definitely prefer a good double stout, or a black beer of some description. Hang on a second. I'm just making sure I'm doing the right thing. Knitspin Girl. See, like I like some beers. I like some ciders. I like some wines. I like some spirits. I'm allergic to brown rum, so not anything with brown rum in it. But yeah, but like there's things like this I don't just be like, I don't like beer. I don't do that, because there's a couple of beers I do like. I don't like the majority of beer. But yeah. Lots of things. Anyway. I'm still laughing at John. Chantel. Wrong. So wrong. Jack Daniels. Yeah. Oh, I don't mind a bit of Jack Daniels. Yeah. But I either drink it on the rocks or with ginger ale. I don't like Coke with my... I don't mix with Coke. I don't drink Coke that often. Put some Kahlua in the whipped cream for pavlova. Yeah, nice. I find beer too hard these days with all the random craft beers with weird ingredients. Yeah, I normally look, I went to New Zealand in March, right? And the guys over there at Marchcraft took me out to took us, not just me, the group of us, out to tea, and we had it at this particular pub, and they brewed their own beer. And so I'd just be like, do you have a dark beer? And that was the sort of like, that's where I had to go. But it was beautiful. Oh my gosh, Game of Widows. You did witness me singing to a rhubarb cocktail. That was so nice. I'd had one, all right? It was just delicious. Oh. Spanish Chick says Chantel does pretty much sing to everything. I do. Yeah, I like singing. Singing's good. I remember having a discussion with some friends one time, and they were like, don't you like this bread? And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, well, you're not singing your bread butter the bread song. And I'm like, what? I have a buttering the bread song? And they're like, every time you butter bread, you hum a thing, and it's always the same thing. And you didn't do it tonight. So was there a problem? And I was like, no, I didn't even know I did that. But apparently I hum and sing little stupid things to stuff all the time. But no, that rhubarb cocktail was heaven sent. Yeah, I like ginger beer, yes. I'm not a huge Scotch drinker, but I do like Irish whiskey. Yeah, Jackie, I've done that, like with the whole too many choices and then what you choose is bad. Yep. Mum sings a lot as well, stupid songs she makes up. Yeah, I do that. Yeah. There's a what is that one that I like? It's a honeycomb whiskey. It's very nice. You just drink it straight. You don't mix it. It's so sweet. I can't think of the name of it. I'll have to Jackie, stop that. I'll have to try and think of the name of it. But see, the thing is, while there's lots of different alcohols that I like, I don't actually particularly drink that much or that often. You guys are the worst. Stop doing spider pig at me. I'm just finishing my row, Chintamani. I'm nearly there. Oh my gosh. Right, hang on. I gotta work out where I'm at. One, and then okay, I'm in the right spot. All right, hang on. Let me except for on Zoom. Even on Zoom, I don't drink that much, Jackie. Like, have a glass of wine, and it's Moscato. So does Moscato even count? Like $5 Plonk Moscato? Does that count? I mean, it's lolly water. Oh yeah, okay. All right, yeah. I have drunk Moscato out of a schooner glass in Zooms. The wine glasses were hard to get to. I mean, I'm not going to apologize. It was delicious. All right, well, we're at the end. We're at the end. Dubliner, Joss Kirk, I love you. Dubliner. It's honeycomb whiskey. Try it if you are not, if you are over the legal drinking age in your country. And Record Link is also good, yes. All right. I better quickly mark off that I've finished that row. Hang on. Okay. We have finished row 88. I'm up to row 89. This chart goes up to row 111, so I've still got tons left to go on this chart. I've got to go and I'm going to have some lunch, and then I'm going to get back into it and do lots and lots and lots of things. Are you going to get demonetized with all this booze talk? There is a good chance. Yes, Kim, there's a really good chance. Or at least age-gated. This particular episode may be age-gated. We'll see what YouTube have to say. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and get lots of craft done and stay safe, and I'll see you here 10 o'clock next week. Be good, and I'll see you later.